I checked into a hotel that doesn't have a 20th floor. Last night, I found room 1902. I don't even know why I'm writing this. Maybe because I haven't slept in almost 2 days. Maybe because I keep hearing that same low hum in my ears, the one that started in the elevator. Or maybe because if I don't get this out, I'll start convincing myself it never really happened. 3 weeks ago, my editor sent me to Portland to cover what was supposed to be an easy heritage story. A luxury vintage hotel was reopening after decades, and Portland Weekly wanted a local piece about its centennial restoration. The subject line in the email said, "Easy feature nostalgia angle." I didn't care much. It sounded like the kind of story you forget by the time you drive home. But I needed the byline, so I packed, booked a single night, and drove down. When I got there, the first thing I noticed was how out of place the hotel looked. The city had changed around glass towers, cafes, neon lights, but this place just stood there like a fossil that refused to rot. The sign outside still buzzed weakly, half the letters gone. The rain made the neon hiss. Inside, it was quiet. Too quiet. The lobby smelled like lemon polish and rust. A single lamp glowed behind the front desk, and a woman sat there with a tired smile that didn't reach her eyes. Her name tag said Clara. "Checking in?" she asked. "Yeah. Ethan from Portland Weekly." Her fingers paused for a fraction of a second over the keyboard. Then she nodded. "Room 1912, 19th floor. The elevators are to your left." She hesitated before adding, "Please note, sir, there's no 20th floor. Access beyond the 19th is restricted during renovation." She said it like it was rehearsed. I didn't think much of it. Old hotels always have floors closed for repairs. My room was at the end of the hall. The carpet was thick but faded, and the lights buzzed constantly, like there was static in the air. When I reached my door, I heard faint jazz music, something old and fuzzy, like it was playing from a dying radio. Inside, everything looked fine. Beige walls, old furniture, the faint smell of lavender. I tried the TV, nothing. When I pulled the curtains open, though, my stomach flipped. From outside, the hotel had 21 floors. It'd seen them from the street rows of windows, perfectly lined. But I was on the 19th floor, and in the glass reflection of the building across the street, I could see 2 more levels above mine, both lit. The elevator panel downstairs, however, only went up to 19. Around 11,040 that night, I went down for a soda from the lobby machine. I was half asleep when I stepped into the elevator. Brass rails. Small mirror, the door side shut. That's when I noticed something weird. The panel looked new. Too new. Shiny, modern buttons that didn't match the rest of the old cage. Numbers went from 1 to 19. No 20. No 21. I was about to hit lobby when I heard a faint click like static hand. The elevator jerked slightly. I looked down and froze. A new button had appeared between 19 and 21, 1902. The engraving was faint but real. The light behind it flickered like it was struggling to exist. I stared, convinced I was imagining it. I blinked, rubbed my eyes. Still there, flickering, waiting. I don't know what made me press it. Curiosity, maybe. Stupidity, definitely. But the moment I did, the elevator groaned. The floor indicator stayed stuck on 19, but I could feel us moving fast. My ears popped. The light flickered violently. Then, with a dull metallic thud, it stopped. The doors opened halfway, stuck. I forced them apart and stepped out. The air was stale. The bulbs overhead flickered yellow. The carpet was the same pattern as the 19th floor but darker, soaked with water stains. The wallpaper peeled in places, revealing something black underneath. It shimmered faintly, like wet tar. And yet everything looked the same. Just older. Colder. At the end of the hall, faint orange light leaked from under a door. The elevator doors shut behind me with a sharp clang. I started walking. My reflection in the hallway mirror lagged by half a second. When I was halfway down the hall, I heard it, tap, tap, tap. It came from inside the room. 3 slow knocks. Then silence. Then again tap, tap, tap. Careful, rhythmic, almost human. I leaned closer, holding my breath. Then a voice. Faint, female, trembling. "Please don't open it." I stumbled back, my heart slamming in my chest. Silence. Something glinted on the carpet near my foot. A small silver picture frame, glass cracked. Inside, a black and white photo of 4 people standing in a hallway, the same hallway I was in. The handwritten label said, "Hotel Staff 1987, and their smiling in the middle was Clara. Her name tag was clear as day. My hands went cold. I ran. I hit the elevator button again and again until the doors opened. The inside lights flickered wildly, but I didn't care. I slammed lobby and kept pressing. When the doors opened, the clock behind the front desk read 11:59 private message. Clara was still there, same posture, same expression, like she hadn't moved an inch. I walked up to her shaking, holding the photo. "Where did you get this?" she asked quietly, her voice flat. Sue found it upstairs," I said. "Teresa hallway room 1902. She cut me off. "Sir, there is no hallway, and there is no room 1902. Her hand trembled as she took the photo. She looked down at it, then up at me, her face drained of color. "You should leave," she whispered. "Please." I didn't argue. As I packed, the hallway lights outside my room flickered in sync, almost breathing. The elevator door stood open at the end, waiting. I stepped inside. The panel was normal, a Guignol 1902, but scratched into the metal, rough and jagged, were the words, "Don't let it open again." I left without checking out, didn't even look back. That should have been the end of it, but it isn't. Because every night since, my phone clock freezes at 11,059 private message for 5 seconds. My reflection moves a heartbeat too late. And last night, in my apartment building elevator, between 19 and 21, the number 1902 flickered. Just long enough for me to see it. Just long enough for me to know it's still waiting.